Welcome once again to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with
Amy Sissel
and
and
Shea McLeod, both USA Today best-selling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And this is brought to you, as always, by the Caftan Coven.
today we're going to be talking with author Stephanie Berchiolly about her new book. We'll also be talking about the usual witchy things and general shenanigans.
Woohoo! So today, as always, we're going to start with an affirmation. So I kind of tied this affirmation into topic one, which I'm really excited about. So today is, I am a magnet for prosperity and good fortune. Woohoo!
Yay, I like this. I like this
Yes.
for us.
I like this for us. It also goes in with the drink, which we're going to talk about later, which has a lot of prosperity-like vibes to it. And she takes a drink, and we're just going to spoil it.
Well, I mean, can anyone tell what I'm drinking?
No, it
Or
looks
do
like
they
a
need to
milkshake.
wait?
It looks like a
I'm
milkshake,
having
but
a
is
milkshake.
it? Which brings all the boys to the yard.
No.
No, no, no. No, no,
No.
no.
Keep them away.
Get out of my yard. You don't even have a yard, so you're okay.
I don't have a yard. I don't want any boys here on my balcony. Like, stay away.
That would be really weird if you just looked out and there was a boy on your balcony. You would have a lot of questions, I think.
I would have so many questions.
So let's just not manifest any boys on your balcony.
No boys on the balcony.
And I'm on the second floor, so I'm like, I really, if like a boy showed up in my window, I would be confused. Because and I would have more than a few questions and probably a phone call to the popo.
All right, so we're not drinking milkshakes. No boys will be summoned
Yeah, it's
by
fine.
this kind of magic.
This is going to be a surprise. You'll find out. Stay tuned.
Moving on, talking about magnetism and prosperity and good fortune and magic and not magic. What do we got on tap for today?
Well, today we're going to talk about the neuroscience of manifesting money with,
word.
I know, of manifesting money without woo-woo. So I belong to this group with Lisa Vino that we interviewed before. And she posted, she's awesome because she's super into woo-woo, but she's also super into science. So she posts a lot of things about the science that backs up the woo-woo of manifestation.
And if you go back maybe about 6 weeks before now, I don't know when, back a few episodes, you can watch our interview with Lisa Vino and Renee Rose.
Right, yes. And Renee is really woo-woo, and Lee loves the science behind the woo-woo. So it's a really awesome combination. And she posted this interview with this man named Dr. Jim Doty, who is a neuroscientist, or I should say he was a neuroscientist. He sadly passed away, but fortunately, there's many interviews with him, and he wrote many books about this particular topic. And he did a little interview with a woman called Mel Robbins, and we're going to drop the YouTube link into the show notes. But he's a neuroscientist who lived in poverty when he was young, but through like manifestation and whatever, he became this really highly respected Stanford neuroscientist. And he used these manifestation methods, and that's kind of the thing he studied, how manifestation and neuroscience kind of work together. And so what he's talking about here, and I'm going to kind of just sort of sum up what he was saying, which they do in the interview, but because he puts it in a scientific way, but it's very understandable. And so basically he talks about manifestation, and he's like very firm that this is not woo-woo. He's like, this is science. This is how your brain works. So the basic steps that he talks about manifesting is to take a pen, an actual pen. Don't do it on your computer. Don't, but take an actual physical pen. Here we go. Here's my physical pen. And then you take it and you write down, let's say you want to manifest $1,000. So I'm going to, oh, I'm going to take this here. And so you write down $1,000. So I'm writing down $1,000 physically on this piece of paper with my physical pen. And it has to be that, because this is all part of how we're retraining our brain. So then you hold it and you read it silently. Then you read it out loud, $1,000. And then in your mind, you visualize it. You sit there and you visualize someone handing you $1,000 in cash money. We like cash money. And you just sort of rinse and repeat. And you do that like regularly. This is not a one and done. This is a thing you do on the regular. And what it does, and this is what I find super interesting, it activates, so doing these steps activates all these different parts of the brain. The physical, picking up of the pen and writing, the speaking it inside your head, speaking it outside verbally, and then imagining it. It just embeds it into your subconscious, and all these brain networks get activated. So you're using all of your sensory organs as much as possible to really embed that intention into your mind. And then what that does is it activates parts of the brain which kind of, so you have a default mode in your brain, right? And for most of us, it's negative. Like, I'm unlucky. I never get what I want. I'm so not cool. Nobody likes me. I never have any money. It's all like all that negative self-talk that's just there all the time, right? So what we're doing is we're replacing that default mode, right? So we're trying to, this default mode, it tells you literally who you are and what you want. So if you're just saying, I'm unlucky, I never get what I want, that becomes your default mode, and you're just stuck in that. So we're trying to change that default mode to, I am lucky, I always get what I want, I'm amazing, and so on. So he calls it salience. You're creating salience, which is basically making this new track of thinking important. You're making this $1,000 or whatever important to your mind, and making what you're manifesting, that becomes the prominent thing in your brain. Your brain's like, okay, this is important. And then once something becomes important, this activates our, he calls it a task positive network. So to me, that's like when your brain is like, okay, I have to focus on this thing. I have to get it done. Like when taxes are coming up and you're like, yeah. but in
That's
a more
not positive.
well, no, that's not necessarily a positive example, but that's a good example of, like, this is my own personal example, is like when tax day is coming up, you're like, I have to get this thing done. I have to put everything else aside right now and focus on finishing this and filing it in a timely fashion. So that's what your brain is now doing with whatever you think is important. So if you think you're unlucky, then that becomes the important thing your mind is always focused on, and it's looking for ways to be unlucky. But when you do this, writing this number and, and so on, you're replacing that with this new task. This is important. This is a task. You need to focus on this task. So your brain is like, okay, this thing is important. It deserves attention. And then it starts looking around at all the possibilities around you just automatically. So instead now of looking for all the ways you're unlucky, or all the ways that you have to file your taxes, all the things you have to do, it's focused on what can I do? Where's the $1,000? What can I do to make money? Where can I find money? And once it sees an opportunity, whatever that may be, whether it's an invitation to do a takeover in a Facebook group and get some new readers, or it's applying for a credit card or a line of credit for your business, or a book signing, whatever, then your executive control network takes over. and it chases that down. It's like, ooh, there's a thing. Now we have to go toward it. We have to do the steps to go toward it. So it's not just about sitting on the couch. It's about taking those steps toward it. And this is not a conscious thing. You're not even aware of it, which is why you're doing all this to change your mind. You're doing the writing and the silent speaking and the out loud speaking and the visualization, because it turns it into this automatic thing. And it's not a conscious thing. You've just trained your brain to activate in that way, that it sees an opportunity, it makes the steps to go for that opportunity, and then whoops, I suddenly manifested $1,000. And as Dr. Doty says, there's no woo-woo here. This looks like witchcraft. And in fact, I would say this is witchcraft, because it's literally using nature, our brains, our bodies, to create something, right? So, but he said this is basic neuroscience. This is literally how the brain works. And so anyone can do this. Anyone. And it's not a one and done. It's a thing you do over and over, like a practice, like you would do a ritual in magic. And that
well, I say I am.
Oh, so no, go ahead. That I was just kind of winding up there. That yeah, that is what that's what he said about that. And you can watch that video and see it in his own words. But it's fascinating to me.
I'm not personally a neuroscientist.
No, nor am I.
I feel like if I was, y'all would have known by now, because I would have been like, as a USA Today bestselling author and neuroscientist.
Yeah,
but sure. I'm not. But also, like, one of the things that I've always been very interested in as a non-neuroscientist, but somebody who has neurons, as do we all, is like how neural pathways are formed and how it relates to pain and chronic pain. So it is very interesting how neural pathways are formed, and like so I don't know any, like, this is all something that I haven't dove down the rabbit hole on this particular usage of it the way Shea has. But one thing I find really interesting is how when you have chronic pain, the pain receptors create pathways in your body. So it gets very difficult to like be like, oh, I feel like I'm in pain, and your pain receptors are like, oh, I know the way to pain.
Yeah,
we'll go this way, which is so funny, hilarious. Nothing's not funny about chronic pain. No. Because like, so I had endometriosis, and which creates like horrific reproductive problems and pain for people who have like a uterus, for example, and ovaries and fallopian tubes, and all of that. So I spent a lot of time in an immense amount of pain for decades. And a little over 5 years ago, I had all that stuff yeeted. I uterused my uterus. And sometimes still, if my body's like, oh, I think we're in pain, it's like, wait, here? And I like get cramps, and I'm like, no,
oh my
no.
God, but how am I getting cramps? Because there's no uterus there. Yeah.
There's nothing there to cramp.
Yeah.
And I'll still get them, because that's what the neural pathways are like. This is where pain lives. And if I can still get pain in a place where there's nothing there to cause the pain anymore, because that's what my brain thinks, oh, this is where the bad pain lives. It lives here. We go, ow. Then how much more powerful is it when you have all the equipment you need for this pathway?
And now I'm thinking of my own
manifestation.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my own chronic pain, which has been going on for several years now. I mean, I have a literal physical thing going on, like you did with endometriosis. It's not just like pain in my head, which some doctors have tried to tell me. Mostly, shall I say, male doctors. But there's literal physical reasons why the pain exists that can be not seen, but palpated. And if you're a doctor, palpation is just the fancy doctor speak for felt.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm just imagining you going around and asking people if they want to palpate your pain.
Yeah, would you like to palpate my pain? Yeah, so
I would not, by the way.
no, but my doctor who actually is like, no, this is not in your head. This is a physical thing going on in your body. But I do wonder, I'm like, oh, it just gave me a thought when you were talking about that. Like, hey, can I rewrite some of those neural pathways to maybe not be so painful? I don't know. Maybe that's an experiment. But I will tell you, I did an experiment with this. And I literally did, like, the minute I saw that video, I took a piece of paper, I wrote down $1,000. I followed exactly what he said. And within 2 days, I had like a $1,200 business line of credit. So I literally manifested, but it was something, this was the crazy thing that like, it didn't even like, this did not even occur to me. It was something like I wasn't even going to apply for. They just sort of threw it in front of my face. And normally when people, like, I get all these invitations to apply for different, credit cards or loans or whatever, I just throw them in the trash. But this was like, let's just see, right? And it was accepted. I mean, it was like, oh, well. And then the cool thing is it gives me cash back. And so like what I'm doing is I'm putting things like book covers and things on this line of credit, and it's giving me cash back, like free money, essentially, for buying things that I already have to buy for my business. Cool. And it's like, woohoo! But I wouldn't have gone for it if I hadn't have done that and like had that in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, this works. So, but it's kind of like if you say, I remember like going to some of these, abundance mindset talks back in the day, and they explained it not quite so neuroscience-y, but they literally, like if I say to you blue car, all of a sudden your mind is thinking about blue cars. And all of a sudden, every car you see, you're going to be like, oh my God, there's blue cars everywhere. It's kind of a similar thing. Like when you say money, and then all of a sudden you're finding opportunities to make money left, right, and center. And it really does. It really works. And I just thought him explaining this, it's so woo-woo on the surface, but it's totally neuroscience. It's totally backed up by science. So he's
Well,
got,
and it's like, if you're talking about like you see the blue car,
yeah,
or you think of blue cars and all of a sudden there's blue cars everywhere,
yeah,
that's called frequency illusion or the
yeah,
Bader-Meinhof phenomenon.
uh-huh.
And just, I
Mm,
just wanted, I was just
fancy words.
strangely enough, I had been
Yeah,
reading about it the other day, and
that
now
is so
it's come up like 3 times in
that's
the
so
last
funny.
week.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But the thing is, like, there are no more blue cars on the road than there's always been. It's
Yes,
just
there are.
sudden. It's just suddenly you see them. Yes, there are. Yeah, you actually man. Yeah, but this is like, so there's not any more or less opportunities necessarily than there were before. You're just seeing them, because if you're stuck in
Hmm.
this mindset of I never get lucky, I never get what I want, you're going to be completely closed to any possibilities. But if you're walking through the world with this mindset of I'm a rich bitch, I'm going to
Hmm.
manifest $1,000 today, suddenly your brain is paying attention. And so it's going to seem like you have opportunities everywhere out of nowhere, but they were always there. You just couldn't see them.
There's a quote that I remember, and it's by a well-known racist
Oh
slash
dear.
anti-Semite,
Oh dear.
but it was a good quote. Anyway, so there's this quote by an inventor that it's like whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
And it's that it goes kind of along
Yeah.
that same line.
Of do or do
Um,
not, there is no try.
yeah, if you think you can do it, you can do it. If you
Yeah.
think you're not going to be able to do it, you're not going
You,
to be able to do
yeah,
it. And
absolutely
we've
not.
talked about this, I think, a few times in the
Yes.
past with some of the oracle cards that we've drawn
Hmm.
about manifestation and making sure that you are remembering you deserve it and
Hmm.
manifesting positive things and not the, ugh, I'm yucky or whatever.
Yeah. And if you think that, like, if negative thoughts or negative focus is kind of your default, which it is in all humans, it really is. That's just a default. And some default a little harder than others, but it is the human default. You can do this even if you don't really believe it. That's the whole point of reworking the neural pathways. You don't actually have to believe it to do it. And you can even go into it with like, I'm not sure this is gonna work, but do it for a few days and see what happens. That's what I say. Give it a try. Why not?
Fine. Why
I mean,
not? Like,
what's
what
the
do you
worst
have to
that could
lose?
happen? Exactly. It's not like it's gonna like turn your liver purple or, you know,
Unless that's what you wrote down.
yeah, and then maybe, I don't
I
know.
want a purple liver.
I don't know why you would want a purple liver, but you know.
I don't know how that would happen either, but
I
you know
don't
what?
either.
If that's what you
If
want,
that's what you
I
want.
want that for you. Please let us know how it goes. Thank you.
Yes, please. Yes. So he's got some really cool books. I absolutely love the titles. One is called Mind Magic, and he talks about this whole neuroscience thing. And then the other one he's got more than just these two. I just picked the two that kind of were at the top of the search, and like I think they're his most recent, and I just love the titles. And the other one's called Into the Magic Shop, and they're about neuroscience and manifesting. And Into the Magic Shop is actually kind of his story of how he came from poverty. He used this manifestation to put himself, to go through college and become a neurosurgeon, and to take neuroscience and apply it to this manifestation thing, and to see what actually was really happening when we're manifesting. So I just thought it
That's
was
so
so,
cool.
yeah. And he was just such a, like, I don't know a lot about him or anything, but just watching him, he had such a cool vibe. He was just such a cool, chill dude. Like, the way he explained it, he was just so patient and he interesting. And so if you have time, be sure and watch the YouTube interview with him, which is great, or pick up one of his books. We'll pop that all in the show notes.
And I
And
can tell you, I don't know a lot about him either, but I can tell you that my quick Google search revealed nothing problematic
yeah,
about him,
and
but he
yeah, no,
did die in poverty because he gave away the last of his millions of dollars right before he died
aw.
to charity.
Well, and this is what he did, set up many, many charitable things while he was alive. He was very into giving. He was a wealthy man, but he was very into giving. So it doesn't surprise me that he gave away all his money before he died. Um,
It says he died $3 million in the hole
yeah, because he
because
gave
he
it.
gave away his last $30 million.
Mm,
And I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Um,
Probably taxes or something. I don't know. Um, but I mean, yeah, because he didn't have children or anything like that. So, um, I, I just think that's hardly dying in poverty when you give it all away to other people.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read on the
Yeah.
interwebs.
So if it says he died in poverty, that's why he gave it all away to help people. One of the things before we move on to our drink of the day, um, I
Hmm.
I I really think that even though he did pass away, um, he left us with an amazing body of work and the encouragement and the knowledge that anybody can do this. This is what he said in his interview. Everyone can do this, and we all deserve it.
We
And
do.
yes, and he said that was his message. We all deserve it, and we can all do this. So I encourage you to give it a try. So moving on to today's drink. What is today's drink?
The Piña Colada, and not a
Woohoo!
milkshake.
I sorry, I had a minute there.
You did have a moment, and I
I did.
loved it.
Thank you. I was on a
So
cruise
this
ship.
are wearing your caftan.
Wearing my
It's all good, having
caftan.
fun in
Yep.
the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So this drink is Stephanie Berchiolly's favorite
Mm-hmm.
drink of the moment, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you guys, in this interview coming up, drinking a Piña Colada with Stephanie was beyond a delight.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond a
Beyond.
delight. Like, because we've recorded the interview and we had a great time. We
We
had
did.
such a good time. She
We
had
did.
a pina colada. She liked it. It was happiness. Happiness
Happiness.
all around.
She didn't just have a pina colada. It was the pina
Oh, do
colada
not
of
spoil it. Do
all.
not spoil it.
Okay. I am
Do not
not gonna.
spoil it.
Okay. I don't watch
No
it.
spoilers.
Watch it or listen to it. You'll find out how about this
It'll
pina
be here
colada.
in like less than 5 minutes. You can
Yeah.
wait. Wait for it.
So the energy of this drink is abundance, luck, fertility, cleansing, protection, and I would say prosperity as well, which just totally works with this whole thing. So the ingredients are 2 ounces of white rum, although I would say you could use whatever rum that you have. It's probably fine, but I used white rum.
I did
Um,
too.
and
Because it doesn't mess with the color as much.
Right. It doesn't mess with the color. If you use a darker rum, the flavor is still going to be fine, I think, but it would mess with the color.
And it will be different
And it will have a different flavor
because
for
it'll have
sure.
the spices in it and whatever barrel aging
Well,
flavors.
if you go with a dark rum, like a Dramamine rum or something, that doesn't have spices in it unnecessarily.
But it'll be aged in barrels, won't
But
it?
if they aged in barrels, yeah, so it'll have that deeper flavor. But if that's what you have, that's what you have. Pineapple juice, cream of coconut, and I urge you, do not use like coconut milk or something like that. This needs cream of coconut, which is a sweetened, thick, sort of kind of like condensed milk almost, but it's coconut. It has a very rich coconut flavor. And then 1 cup of ice. And you basically just throw it all in a blender, whiz it up, there you go, pour it in a glass, and then pop a maraschino cherry on it or a pineapple wedge to garnish it. Yes, Amy.
All right, that's awesome. I'm gonna tell you how I made mine.
Okay, tell us
Okay.
how you made yours.
Because we have different ingredients
We
that are
do.
available.
Yes.
So again, mine is the white rum, and I do have pineapple juice. But cream of coconut, the way that Shaya is talking about it, is not something I have access to.
Mm.
So I am using coconut milk, but
Mm-hmm.
it is thicker than the coconut milk that you would get in the States.
Right. Like it's more of
It's
that,
a little bit creamier,
it's like that really
but
fatty
it's not,
cream. Yeah.
but it's not sweetened at all. So there's no
Oh,
sweetening in
okay.
it.
But I like sweet more than you do. I know. I tend to like much sweeter
So,
things. So,
and I don't put mine in a blender,
oh, you
because
didn't.
no, no, I don't have one.
Okay.
And well, I have a food processor that would work just fine, but I also don't like blended drinks. So I'm drinking
Ah.
mine on the rocks.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Now,
Um, so
did you
it's a
add?
little bit thinner
Oh, yeah, because
than a
mine's
blended
pretty,
one would be.
yeah, it's pretty thick, fairly thick. Yeah.
Because my glass is all residue-y,
Yeah.
but
Now, did you
and then
put any
I
kind of
add a
sweetener?
squeeze of lime.
Oh, you add, okay,
No
it's,
sweetener.
yes, that's a more initially when they made them, they did not put the lime in, but that's like a thing that they've done more recently, and by recently I mean 20, 30 years ago. Some people started adding lime because it adds more of a depth of flavor to it. I did not put lime in mine, but you absolutely could. So you didn't add any sweetener.
No,
Okay.
I don't. The pineapple juice is plenty sweet for me.
Okay. Okay. So mine is quite sweet. Mine is like it is like drinking a milkshake or something. Like it's just so tasty. But if you don't like sweet, then that could be a different thing because there you can get cans of coconut cream here that's like doesn't have any sweetener added to it. So you can do that too, if you're wanting to decrease the sweetness. So pineapple, I love the sort of energy of pineapple. In the old days, Queen Victoria's reign and whatever, pineapples were like this new exotic fruit and they were super expensive. So wealthy people would literally put pineapples on like like say you've got a pineapple, you'd put it on your mantle so you could show it off to visitors to the house to
Are you sure
show.
they weren't just swingers?
I think this is pre-swing. Well, maybe not. But no,
Is there a time that was pre-swingers?
probably not. I think as long as there's been people, there's been swingers. Um, but it was literally to show off that they were wealthy enough to have a pineapple, and they wouldn't eat it. They would literally have it there until it rotted.
That's sad.
Yeah. Now, the only people that would eat it, like Queen Victoria, probably would have eaten it as well as had one on show, or maybe not even, but it's like because she was so wealthy, she of course could afford to actually eat the pineapple. Um, and so that's why pineapple is often shown as like a symbol of royalty because, but yeah, even here in the US, like during the Gilded Age or whatever, if you somehow got your hands on a pineapple, like they were expensive, so they didn't eat them. It was just
That's
displayed.
so weird to me though.
I know,
Like,
right?
because that seems like just eat
Wasteful.
it. It's delicious.
I know. I
Like,
know.
eat your fucking pineapple,
I
you
know.
stupid heads.
And I want to say there was something, I saw something, and this was quite a while ago, so I may be getting it wrong, but some of them would put some kind of, not really a lacquer, but something like that around it to keep it, like to slow down the decay and prevent it from smelling
Like
bad or
Mod
something.
Podge.
Yeah, like something, not quite, but where you could see through and I'm just like, if you're going to spend that much money on something, why aren't you enjoying it? You're just showing it off to show how rich you are. I can't,
Like I would be like, I have a pineapple. I'm gonna let everyone have a bite of it because I'm rich and I can share.
that is the same thing. Yes, that would be my
Oh
thing. I'd be
wait,
like, come
maybe we're
on,
terrible
everybody.
capitalists. Instead of
Maybe.
just getting the cool thing and making people look at it and then not consuming it. Oh,
Oh,
wait a minute.
wait. We're bad at capitalism.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, pineapples are a metaphor for the economic systems of this world.
apparently.
Well, you
Who
guys are
knew?
getting neuroscience, you're getting high level economic theory.
You're getting
Like this is such an
history program.
educational podcast.
So back to the woo-woo energy. Pineapple has the energy, like the magical energy of hospitality, good luck, wealth, protection, and prosperity, which all makes sense. The coconut is about purity, and I would say purity from this is not like we have some really negative connotations in the US for purity and purity culture and whatnot. So it's not that kind of purity. It's the original purity meaning. Abundance, connection to the divine, and it was used in rituals for cleansing, protection, and fertility. So the purity, quote unquote, that we're talking about here is sort of that cleansing away of negative energies and leaving the purity behind. And rum is cleansing, protection, and luck. And it's used in rituals for spiritual cleansing, offerings to spirits, and to create a connection with the ancestors.
I want to
And
say, oh,
oh, go ahead. I thought for a minute I had one more ingredient, and then I got nope, don't.
that's really about it.
Yeah.
So Piña Coladas were really they were invented in the 50s, in Puerto Rico. And so a lot of I mean, like the rum, the coconut, the pineapple, all of these things are very much very like ingredients that you would find in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's very tropical ingredients.
Yeah, they're local.
And I'm interested in like more of the history of it because a lot of these things that you're talking about, like connection with the ancestors, and that are things that would be more common in some other traditional practices than what you and I would necessarily come from that would come from the Caribbean. And I want to know more about how that works and how like, oh, this was created in the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
But like what was the inspiration for it? Is it like I want to know more? And this is the great thing about cocktails and cocktail magic is there's always rabbit holes to dive down.
Always.
But also It's fun to live in a place where you can have all sorts of tropical ingredients just
Mm-hmm.
right there all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know, like, so
Flex.
rum had a lot to do with, like, in voodoo and hoodoo. Like, it was like in Haitian voodoo, or voodoo was, it was used in some of their practices. So yeah, it's not necessarily something that would be in our practice, but it was, if you come from some of those backgrounds and you feel you want to, I'm not going to use it to connect with my ancestors because, for one thing, that's not my practice. But for another, my ancestors didn't drink. So can you imagine if I tried to summon my teetotaler grandma with rum? She'd probably slap my hide off.
Or else she'd be like, finally, I have wanted to have a drink with you my whole life, and it never seemed appropriate.
You clearly
And
never met my
now we
grandma.
can. I'm saying that
She can
she
indulge.
can like let her own hair down
I
because the
guess
stuff that we
so.
were raised with and the way we were doesn't mean that's who we are.
True. That's true.
I'm just saying maybe your grandma is desperate for a pina colada.
She might be. I would honestly be stunned, but hey.
Well, my grandmother as well, the one who passed at the age of 100 in May.
Hmm.
Gosh, seems like so long ago, but yet it was the
It
2025
was,
May.
yeah. Oh my God.
She's 100 years old, and I would be surprised if she wanted to sit down and have a pina colada with me. But maybe that's what she wanted for 100 freaking years was just
Maybe.
somebody to ask her out for a drink where she could sit and not be judged.
Maybe. That would be interesting.
And I
Because
have other
yeah.
ancestors that I could have
Yeah.
a drink with, so those are the cool ones.
Yeah. I can't, and most of mine were all like teetotalers or whatever, but I imagine
Yeah, I bet if you go back a
there's,
little
if I
further, you're
go
gonna
back a
find
little
some that
further,
aren't.
yeah. But they would probably be more likely to want some whiskey rather than some.
Fair,
I'm
fair.
okay with that.
Just
Uh,
drinking fermented potatoes and like pickled herring juice. I
Ew.
don't know.
No, I don't
But
know.
no, just kidding. Just
Ew.
kidding. That's not a thing.
I hope it's not a thing. Oh my God, what if it was
Not a
a thing?
thing.
We're not going to
Well, I
try
mean,
that
fermented
cocktail.
herring is a thing,
Yeah, but
but
adding
it's
the,
not a cocktail.
no, I hope not. I really hope not, because that's
God,
not one we're going
I'm
to
not
try.
even. No, there will be no fermented fish in any of my cocktails.
There would be no fish of any kind in any of my cocktails, seeing as how I'm allergic to it.
All
And
the fishes
also,
and all the seas.
all the fishes in all the seas and all the like shellfishes in the seas, like all seafood. Yeah.
If it
I
comes out of the ocean, it's a no. It's weird. You're so weird.
I am a very weird person. I come off as normal when you first meet me for like half
She
a,
does not.
okay, fine. From a distance, I can appear normal-ish.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay, thank you. And on that note, shall we chat with Stephanie?
Oh, let's go chat with Stephanie. I'm excited to have a pina colada with her. I am super excited today to welcome Stephanie Berchioli to Cliffhangers and Cocktails. She is a USA Today bestselling author, a screenwriter, and filmmaker living in the Seattle area. As a Black woman with dwarfism, her purpose in life is to write engaging, vivid stories full of fun and snark, often showcasing BIPOC and or disabled characters. When she's not writing novels and screenplays, she dips her toes into homesteading and provides endless jump scares for her partner. Stephanie also bakes wackadoo things like cakes with pies inside, and I'm going to have questions about that at some point. So welcome to the pod, Stephanie. We're so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. What's up?
Okay, so I'm going to kick us off with the most important question of the
This
whole
is serious
day.
business.
This is serious business. What is your favorite cocktail?
Pina colada.
Okay, this is the most amazing moment I've ever had on this podcast, honestly. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yes, it's really good.
It is.
I think I put like a cup of rum in here, so this is
Oh
going
my
to be a
God.
real fun time today.
Oh, this is amazing.
This is so amazing. This is, yeah, that is, you know, you know how to live.
For sure. For sure.
I might not be living long if I drink this whole thing before we're done.
Maybe pacing.
Yeah. Little sips,
It's like
little
pacing a
sips.
good story.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Very
Yeah.
similar.
So tell us about your author journey, like, when you started writing and how many books have you published and your genres and all that good stuff.
So I started back in 2021. I actually started with screenplays first. And then the
Hmm.
day that I found out that I won the screenwriting contest, my friend Mandy Roth asked me if I wanted to join her in her anthology.
Hmm.
At first I was going to say yes because I thought she was cool. But I met her on Clubhouse, but I don't actually look into people. I'm just like,
Hmm.
I like your vibe. I had no idea how big she was. I knew nothing about what she wrote or anything like that. I sent her this like weird little piece that I wrote that was actually nonfiction. I was like, oh, I write sometimes too. And sent her this thing. And then later on, I was like, oh my God, if I had known, I would have just kept my mouth shut. But I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's true. That is
So
true.
that was how my first story came out. And it was in the anthology. And after that, I followed it up with a few books. So I have 4 books in that series. And the last one is an interactive novella, think like choose your own adventure style type thing.
Gosh, I love those.
Oh
Super
my God,
fun
that's
to write.
amazing.
It was fun to write, but horrible to edit, let me tell
Oh,
you.
I bet. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. What a nightmare.
Yeah, but it was the readers loved it then. And it's sort of a segue between books 3 and book 4, that series. Book 4 should be coming out next year. And then last Monday, I
Hmm.
had a book that came out in Robin Peterman's universe, her Magic and Mayhem universe.
Yeah.
And so that one is the one is called Hexual Healing. It's got
Ooh.
Tansy Tingle as the main character, and she's cray cray. And so that was super fun to write. Super fun to write,
I am
especially after
obsessed
some
with Gary.
weirdness. Oh, you like Gary? Just
First
I'm
of all, I'm a
actually
sucker for magical creatures in
oh cool.
general.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Gary, needle eye stalks. This is me doing eye stalks.
You did a
I'm
very
not
good
a
job.
snail.
It's like
Thank
Guardians of the
you.
Galaxy or
Yes, just yes.
actually I had somebody point out to me the other day. It's like you stole this from SpongeBob. And I'm like, what? I had not watched that show much when I was younger. So I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, wait a minute, there is a snail in that, isn't there? Gosh, I wonder
But
if it
there are
lingered in my
snails in other
Yeah,
subconscious.
places
there is a
too.
snail. Yeah. And
Yeah, and
snails
his name
like,
is Gary.
oh, that's
I
right.
didn't
I
Oh,
know
forgot.
really?
that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Oh, I've
So my
never watched
first
Uh,
book, I had a
SpongeBob.
character named
that's
Jared, and then I had to change it to Jareth because I realized right before I was supposed to publish it, like A, I had a coworker named Jared, and B, that was like, isn't the main character of oh, what is it? Labyrinth? And I was like,
ah, ah.
should have copy or like replace all. I barely have a track record of names. I'm horrible with names. I hate coming up with names. I barely remember anybody else's name. I'm bad with names.
That's why you need to have like massive tomes of baby names.
Oh, I should.
Yeah. Or like just look them up online, you know.
I don't know of anybody
A
named
lot of
Tansy,
times,
so I'm just hoping that one doesn't come up as something that,
Somebody famous. Like there's a famous Tansy.
yeah.
when I'm looking for like minor character names so they don't matter as much, I like to just look at my bookshelf and be like, what's that author's name? I will pick that one. Or like just open CNN or some kind of news thing and just
Yeah.
pick it the first name I see that works. Not if it's like an article about someone reprehensible or anything, but
Well, I hope not. Unless they're the villain.
Ooh, Jeffrey Dahmer. That seems like a great name.
It does. That sounds like a wonderful
no.
name. That will never get you into trouble or make anybody
Nope,
wonder about your
never.
judgment.
Not at all.
Fortunately, I already wonder about Shaya's judgment a lot, so that's
Fair.
I don't even think there's any wondering. Just imagine the weirdest, and she's still gonna surprise you.
So tell us a little bit more about Hexual Healing. What inspired the story? Is there anything interesting we should know about the setting? I'm not very far into it, so please try not to spoil it for me.
Oh, don't
I'm just
worry.
obsessed
The
with
thing
Gary.
about me is once I write a book about a week later, I barely remember I even wrote the book. So we're good.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Cool.
So basically, what inspired it, and this is not to be depressing, but I had my pet passed away and I didn't do much of anything for 7 months. And then Robin and I had a conversation and she was like, hey, like, would you like to write in my universe of magic and mayhem? And I was like, that was the only thing that excited me enough to think that I could write anything, because I'd started several. I mean, the 2 weeks after she passed, I wrote two books in like the 3 weeks after my birth passed, but I couldn't write a single word after that. I was just outside of my head. So the whole inspiration for this was basically Robin and the excitement of being able to create this completely wackadoo, crazy character. Who, I mean, she is pure chaos, and it was just such a blast. And plus Gary and all that good stuff. And then there's just this is so stupid, but so I always have this joke with my partner, like, oh, I did it with my bare hands, as in BEAR, and I'm like, and so like that's why certain things happen in the book that I won't say that are spoilers, because it was kind of like apparently that was sort of in my subconscious too, because I never had intentions on this particular thing to happen. And I don't know how far in you are, so I'm not gonna spoil
I
it.
just started it yesterday, so not super far. I was just like, okay, snail.
Can you tell me what happens when we're done? Because I lost my outline, I'm screwed. But yeah, so it was super fun. And I mean, she's like the series is called One Hot Hexy Mess because she is a hot mess. I mean, she's just
I love a hot mess.
Oh, it's so fun. It was better her than me, that's all I can say.
Sometimes it's good to get that out on the page and be like, okay, I am putting this here now. So it's not in here anymore.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Plan. Just write all the hot mess out of me.
So this
and
is
it was
like
so easy too, because it was Robin Peterman in her ass jacket, Virginia town. So it's like I don't know if you've read her Magic and Mayhem series, but it is like it also is pure chaos and just like what just happened. So
I mean,
that's
really kind of her brand. Well. That's very on brand for Robin Peterman.
I haven't read any of her stuff, so I'm excited.
I have read a couple of her books, but I don't think I've read that series. But like, I love reading her little tales about the farm and like, and her animals, and then her husband, and like, inevitably something absolutely batshit bonkers like happens, and like, I'm like, how is this your life? Like, how this explains her writing so much. So I sort of love that you're in. I mean, I'm like, who else but Stephanie could write in that world?
There are several other authors, but I'm a little partial to my own characters.
Yes, of course. I love it. So this is like the first book of this series that you're writing, right? Because it's kind of it's your own characters, but set in her world, but you're going to have a whole series spin off of it, right?
Correct. I have 7 other books outlined, so people buy the books if you want to keep reading it. If you don't, then I'm not going to keep writing it. But I have 8 books for the series. The books. Sorry?
Please go buy them immediately. Please, everyone listening, go buy now.
Go buy
after this is over, actually. Not right now. Wait till we're done.
Right.
Stay here.
Of course, I've always got the song in my head every time I read this. Sexually.
Oh, yes.
I love a pun.
There's almost my other book, At Capacity, was the last full length now, because the one I was telling you about, the interactive one, was obviously not a full length novel. That would be like 3 books in one minimum.
Yeah.
And so the one before that, I was listening to Doja Cat, I can't remember Paint the Town Red, like on loop. And I don't know if it's an autism thing, but like it was driving my partner absolutely batshit crazy, because I would play it like for 2 hours straight. I love like when I'm writing something and I have a song, because there's like a demonic element to that particular book. So like that was given that whole vibe for me. And so this one is sort of the same thing, but I used headphones. So my heart
was nice of you.
Yes, it was great.
What was the song for this one?
It was sexual.
This
healing.
was the Doja Cat?
No,
the prior one was a Doja Cat, because it was like she gave like
this one is Marvin Gaye.
That one, this one was
Marvin Gaye.
Take another sip, tiny sip from my tiny turtle.
From your tiny little. I keep trying to call it a bowl. It's not a bowl.
No, it's very un-bowl-like.
I don't know why.
It's a twee little cup.
It's a tiny little
glass. So what kind of inspired you to write paranormal specifically? Because like pretty much everything you've written so far, it's all paranormal, right? Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what makes you just love that? I mean, like what made you want to write that?
Well, I've always loved reading it. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of time in the hospital. I
Hmm.
had dwarfism, and they would break one leg, like break one tibia, and they break the
Oh,
opposite femur. I'd be in a body cast, and apparently I had like 23 operations like that. So I spent a
jeez.
lot of times in a body cast, and don't I wasn't just in bed, trust me.
Yeah,
But it was just like that was my form of escape was reading. So I read a lot of
sure.
science fiction. I read a lot
Hmm.
of paranormal. Anne Rice was like the best back in the day, so I had an
Hmm.
obsession with vampires and stuff. And it
I
was like
still
when I
do.
found out what when I actually found out what Mandy wrote, and she asked me, and I was like, "That's gonna be fun! Like I get to write about like witches and stuff, and like vampires and shifters. Like, oh heck yeah, yeah!"
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, it was never like any kind of issue about like, oh, what are you gonna write? I mean, I write a lot of weird things. I mean, I
Hmm.
have written things that were akin to literature, like but it was so boring, and I much prefer esoteric deep thoughts. No, like, give me okay, I was gonna say something bad, but I won't. So
Give me
I
a
just
set of
You should
fangs.
though. You
exactly.
should. If it's really bad, I can cut it out in
Yeah.
editing.
Oh, don't tell me that because I'll be challenge accepted. No, okay. Teasing. I was gonna say I'd rather write a vampire than like some like boring ass esoteric like piece that's just a bunch of word salad. I just you know.
Agreed.
I mean, same.
This is the right place for that.
Yeah, this is absolutely the right place to say that.
I mean,
Or do that. Oh, I mean, write about it, not actually do.
Oh, oh,
oh
I
yeah,
To
was real
be
worried
to
for a
be
second.
clear, we're not that kind
do
of
on the
podcast.
weekends. Serious.
What you do on your own time, Shaya, is
Like in our
fine.
group chat, she's the sane one, just so you know. She's the one that keeps
Oh
us
It's
together.
dear.
really,
Like,
it's really bad when I'm the sane one. I mean,
Oh dear.
yeah. Well, it's her and
okay.
Deb and me. So what does that tell you?
Oh. Well, I don't know Stephanie well enough to make that full judgment, but I do know Deb well enough
Yeah.
to make that judgment. So. And back on track.
And back we go. Reel her in.
Who's zigging zag,
So
but we
what's
finally
the
get there.
most yeah, we don't have to do questions anymore. We can just wander.
Yeah.
But I do want to know this next question.
Yeah,
So
because I know
um
you've done some shit.
what's the most interesting or unusual research you've done for a book?
Okay, so I will say that one's a little bit hard to answer because like I have ADHD, so like when I get like hyper focused on something, I'll go deep and I like 15 minutes later I'll forget what it is. But I mean, I only really tend to research things that are interesting to me
Hmm.
because like otherwise it's just too hard and it's work and I don't really, so sometimes I just make stuff up. But I would say that
Love it.
I mean it's not really research per se, but I kind of suck with names. But with this like I told you earlier, but like with this last book, I was having a really good time trying to pick. There's a scene where there's music involved, and like I said, I'm very bad with names. But I got to listen to a crap ton of really cool old music to make sure that I
Hmm.
was getting the correct song titles in. It
Hmm.
was I wasted a whole bunch of time, but like it was a blast. And it was just like listening to some old stuff that I hadn't heard in like years. It was just so fun.
Nice.
But it was just
Nice.
like a little
That does
party.
That's awesome. That doesn't sound like any kind of waste of
Yeah,
time.
that does not
That
sound like
sounds
a waste of
amazing.
time to me.
Well, I've had several people come back and tell me how they love that scene, so I'm definitely not considering it a waste of time per se, but at the time it seemed like a
Yeah.
waste of time. I look up and it's like 2 hours later. I've always been listening to music from like high school and a little bit after.
That actually reminds me what I should do because I've been writing these scenes with drag queens because there's drag queens in my Edwina series. And I'm like, I'm not grasping the vibe just right. Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh yeah. And then you just said that, and that reminded me, I literally have a like Spotify, what do you call it, collection
Playlist?
or whatever,
Mhm.
playlist, yeah, called Drag Queen Energy. So I just need to put it on and like listen to it while I rewrite the scene.
Heck yeah, get into the spirit of it,
Yeah,
right?
like get
Yeah.
on my inner drag queen.
100%.
Get those shoulders
Also, you should
popping.
probably share that podcast or that
Oh,
playlist.
Oh yeah.
absolutely. I should look it up and okay, drag queen
Everyone wants some drag queen energy time to time.
energy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that linky dink, and I'll put it in the, or I'm not gonna put it in the show notes. I will put it in the thing so that you can put it in the show notes. Yeah, to share it because it's anyone can listen to it.
You actually gave me a great idea that I could actually take the songs that I have, make it a playlist, and share it with my
Yeah,
readers in like the newsletter or
totally.
something. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, I did that with I can't remember which book it was. It might have been Lady Rample or something.
Hmm.
But I did like a really cute like just not a long playlist, like maybe 10 songs or
Hmm.
something. And I just made this little playlist and shared it with people and they liked it. So,
That's
That's
super
always
fun
fun.
idea.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
did it with
we're
one
all
other
excited about
thing.
something new.
Oh, Season of the Witch or something, I think is what I called it. I had one like
Hmm.
a year or two ago. Like, I
Uh-huh.
think I've given him like one or two playlists, but I like with the whole ADHD thing. It's like, this is a great idea. And then it's like, I do the thing and I never think about it again. But I was like,
Hmm.
why would I do that more often? Because there's always music involved in my books in some capacity, whether
Yeah.
I'm listening to it to get into the spirit of it, to get into the vibe, or to write a particular scene, or
Hmm.
like in this case, where there's a whole scene of the book that is related to music.
Hmm. Well, then see, then you definitely need your
Playlist?
Thank you. Why can't I remember?
Girl, I mean, I'm hoping you're there for me when I forget words because it's getting worse because I
When your series is picked up for television,
When?
what actor? That's what I said.
Yes. Not if. We don't do ifs
I
here.
thought
It's
you were
when.
like correcting me. I'm like, I said
No.
when.
I
I'm
said
emphasizing.
when.
I'm emphasizing the when.
Oh, okay. When your series is picked up for television,
Hmm.
what actor do you want to play Tansy?
Hmm.
Okay, this is a hard one. All right, so I think if Tiffany Haddish, Nicole Byers, and Maya Rudolph had a love child, that would be my perfect person. But I would take any one of those three women in a heartbeat. But love child.
Okay.
I can totally see Tiffany Haddish because
Mm.
she has the chaos vibe. Like she has that little bit of like woo wee.
She is chaos. Hmm.
And she's so beautiful too. So I think
She
she'd be
is.
perfect.
But I have a little bit of a crush on Nicole Byers, so she's always going to be in there. And Maya
She's
Rudolph
very
is
cool.
hysterical,
Well,
and
I mean,
oh my
come on.
gosh,
She's a queen.
they
She's
all
a
have the
queen.
energy. They all have the it
Hmm.
factor that they
Hmm.
would need to pull that character off. Not that I'm saying that I'm so special, but Taz is a little weirdo. I mean,
I mean,
she's like a little. Like I said, she's a chaos witch. That's literally what she is.
love it. But now here's the real question. Who's going to
Mhm.
play Gary?
See, Gary's British. I would love it to be Ricky Gervais because of the sarcasm.
Oh my God.
I mean,
That's
and there's
hilarious.
a power that he has that I think it was actually inspired by the consumption of Ricky Gervais throughout the years.
Oh my God, I love that. I can hear it too. I can hear it.
So, normally I'd
I'm still
ask,
listening to Gary in my
oh yeah.
head. Just give me a second here. Okay, I'm fine
You're
now. I'm
communing
fine.
with Gary. So normally at this time we're like, hey, what are your plans for this year? How many more books are you gonna put out?
I was
But
like, my
this is
plans are naps, lots of naps.
that's
My
an
book just came
excellent.
out like a week ago for crying out loud. Give me some time.
Come on, next, next, next.
I actually did start a new book, but like I said, I'm not like in the beginning, so I'll
I
probably
mean,
rewrite. I rewrote that book like 3 times. Shay was there when I was like, whining, and I just had to rewrite. Like, I had to rewrite this book. It's like I had to get to my editor. I can't keep doing this shit.
sometimes you just gotta go fuck it
It
and
didn't.
like,
It didn't feel right. Like I
yeah.
usually like I write from beginning to end, like page one to the
Hmm.
end. So that's
Hmm.
why I had to rewrite the book. But I'm like, there's something off. I don't like it. And so like finally, like I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this is cool. But I was bugging the crap out of my editor because I'm like, I'm so sorry. This is probably not up to my usual call because I was at the last minute. I usually have
Hmm.
like 3 month lead by the time I give it to her, like
Yeah.
so this is like last minute and I didn't get to do my normal process. And she's like, this is one of the best books I've read so far this year. And
Oh,
I was like,
that's
That's
nice.
and
amazing.
then the copy editor really loved it too. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because I don't usually write slapsticky
Yeah.
things that are like that are kind of like this. So it was kind of like totally new for me, but it was so
Uh-huh.
fun. And then at the end, I actually had something I was kind of proud of until I sent it to the editor. And then my self-esteem shattered into a million pieces. But
Oh,
No, she loved it though. So
Oh.
I was fine after that. But I was
Oh,
nervous
okay.
for that 3 days while I was
Yeah.
harassing.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah. Please tell me if you like it. Please, please love me.
And so, like, because I was telling myself sometimes, like, I wish started writing under a pen name. I think I would have less anxiety about when stuff comes out.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
I know. I mean, I'd like to think I would. So I'm gonna test that with the pen name soon. So I got some
Yeah.
irons in the fire for some crazy stuff that super secret. I'll probably tell
Yeah.
you, Shea, but
Yeah.
Nobody will know. This is a safe, secret place
yeah, that's podcasts are
on the
always great safe
podcast.
secret.
That's
Yes,
totally
this is
being
where you keep
recorded.
all your secrets.
You said you have 7 more books planned in this series,
Correct. Yes.
and that will be presumably in 2026, etc.
I'm not sure if I'm able to divulge the publishing schedule for that
Okay,
because it's like a group project, but
right.
there's about 2 books a year. So
Okay,
yeah, so it's
Cool.
planned out for quite some time.
excellent. Well, you can always like let me know when you're ready to like share, and I can always stick it in the newsletter, or we can
Oh,
add it to your bio or whatever.
the sad thing is I never asked Shaya to like pimp my stuff out. So it's like I just don't
Well, you should.
You should.
I
Because
I just don't think that way. It is so stupid of me. Because like there's so many people I know who would love me, but I just
mm,
never think about it. I literally never think about it.
yeah, because
Like you're
I'm
I
my
mean,
like,
friend. You're my
same.
friend. I don't think
mm,
market for me.
I would
Yeah,
always share.
I'm
I
the
don't
same
always
way.
remember, like, unless someone tells me, "Hey, would you mind sharing this project?" I don't always like remember, but I do try to share. Um,
She's
my print.
very into her drink right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very.
right.
Oh,
I'm
I had to
like
get all the good stuff at the
collecting
bottom.
mine.
It's fucking
It's almost gone,
delicious.
and I'm really sad.
I know. I'm like,
I
who
am
knew I
fine.
was?
I mean, and you see me drinking this whole time, so I've made some. Oh Lord, I'm screwed. I've got like about an inch and a half of this thing down.
Final question.
Yes.
Where can people find out more about you?
Well, they can find out about, I would say they could find out about me on my website, but unfortunately, like I barely ever update that thing, so it's kind of like a dumpster fire. So I
Mm,
would probably say to check out my reader group or on Facebook. Like if my reader group is on Facebook and I'll give you links and stuff.
hmm
You can check me out all over the place. I don't like social media, so like I'm very sporadically there, but I love my readers. And if you want a personal experience, I'll be doing more lives and videos and stuff in my
Cool.
Facebook group. But I
Excellent.
do
That's cool.
send a newsletter out that people apparently find to be somewhat entertaining. And I do respond to the emails that the
Excellent.
responses. So, well,
Yeah.
not every single one, because sometimes I get some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
If you don't come
get it.
across like you're gonna come to my house and murder me, I will usually
Yeah.
respond.
That seems fair, honestly.
I
Like
mean,
that's a
yeah,
fair
that is an
level of discernment
yes.
there. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
If I get a couple
Well,
more of them, I might be
I'll
coming
drop
out to
your links.
Portugal for
Wait,
my
are
own
you
safety.
coming to murder me?
No, no, for my own
No.
safety.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm too
It's
lazy to
like,
murder
wait.
anybody. You think I'm cleaning up the blood? I'm gonna be too drunk to do much of anything besides take a nap after this.
Okay, I feel safe with you too then. Awesome.
Totally.
I will drop your
Also,
links in the show notes
thank you.
and I will point people to your Facebook group and let them know about the lives and all the cool stuff.
Now
And
I'm having
everybody,
to check out your
seriously,
website.
now that we're almost, well, we're not still, we're, once this podcast is done, go buy the book.
Oh yes, please buy the book.
Immediately.
Please.
Buy the book. Buy the book. Buy. Okay.
It was just so thank you so much for joining us today,
Yes.
Stephanie. We
Thank
were
you.
really excited to have you. I know you've known Shea for a while, but it was real awesome to meet you. And you're welcome to come visit anytime.
Oh, don't tell me that because you know I'll be back. Like I had so much fun. I had so much fun talking to you both. This has been a blast.
Awesome.
Thank you for
Thanks so
having me.
much. Bye.
So today I am pulling a card from the Enchanted Spell Oracle, a medieval Hedgewitch magic guidebook. And it looks like
Okay,
this.
that's
Isn't
super
that so
cool.
pretty?
I love that. It looks like those illuminated manuscripts or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really what all the cards look like. So it's pretty awesome. And oh, okay. Just gonna give it a little shuffly shuffle. Because a couple of the cards were the wrong way around.
Oh. And we don't really do the whole upside down thing, not when we're pulling a card.
Oh no, I mean they weren't like upside down, right
Oh,
side up
they
kind
were
of
like
situation. They were
flipped.
yeah.
Okay.
They were flipped.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No. I mean, which means
So
that I haven't done anything with this for a while
I
because
literally have this. I have to, while you're doing that, I have to tell
is it a
you.
piece of cheese?
No, this is a piece of paper, a
Oh,
sticky little
oh,
sticky note.
sorry, I got excited. I'm like, oh, cheese.
No, it's not that exciting. I have it up here on my wall where I put some various notes about things. Like, sometimes they're from like one of the Lee and Renee's calls. Sometimes it's like, other things that I've learned or whatever. And this says, what is the boogie woogie option?
Okay.
And I don't know what that means.
Oh, I don't know what that means
I
either.
have a feeling that it's from one of the Lee and Renee calls or something. But like I was looking at that the other day going, what? Why did I put that there? What does it mean? So now I have this mystery note. It's clearly in my handwriting.
Well, that's good that somebody else didn't leave that there.
But now I'm really confused. All right.
Just toss my card across the
Be gone, card.
Fortunately, it's not a very big room, so it bounced off the wall and came back. It's like a boomerang card.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Serious
Okay.
business, this.
Okay.
I drew the card of beauty.
Ooh.
And there is a white woman, it looks like, with long black hair. And she's got like a blue crescent moon forehead with the point, tattoo on her forehead with the moon points up.
Yes.
She's sitting on a chair. She's wearing a red dress with long wrist sleevey pointy bits, and she's playing a harp.
Ooh.
And the phases of the moon are above her, and beauty.
Ooh.
And this is on our Instagram.
Yes, you can go have a look at it. It still carries through with that illuminated manuscript vibe. It's really pretty.
And that's really kind of where the inspiration behind this is that. So, beauty, which means inner beauty, glamour, pride. It has, there's a flower on there. It's a lotus flower. So it's associated with the crown chakra and our connection to the divine.
Okay.
It represents enlightenment from seeing the inner beauty. And the priestess of beauty plays her harp in a moment of quiet contemplation. The sacred lotus flower floats surrounded by the 10 faces of the moon. And she understands that true beauty lies in people's souls. When you choose this card, you have been putting too much importance on physical looks or the superficial.
Right.
And you need to look at the inner pieces instead of like how things are presented. You look at the way things are under the surface. Because what really matters is qualities like kindness and compassion. And inner qualities are more important.
Absolutely.
And a lovely way to concentrate on finding those inner, like looking below the surface, is to draw a lotus flower with 10 petals. And then on each petal, write something you admire that isn't physical or superficial, something you strive for. And you will find so many delightful things about yourself if you're talking about you or a situation. And then you can place your lotus in a visible place and refer to it whenever you need those reminders.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
So I think this would be an interesting way to, like, if we're going back to our topic earlier about pre-interview, about rewiring some of those neural pathways, like if you get stuck on negative stuff about yourself, or like, my skin is too wrinkly, or my hair is too gray, or if it's physical stuff that you're worried about, or other things where you're looking at the superficial, the surface level stuff, make your lotus flower and write 10 things and then read that every day. And that would be a really great way to, I think, rewire some of that negative self-talk.
And it could be in case, you're struggling with that, because sometimes when you're new to this sort of thing, you struggle with finding 10 things that you like about your own self. That's, but it's like, it can be your I'm smart, I'm intelligent, or I'm creative. I'm curious. Yes, I am, flexible. Like I am resilient. I can overcome difficulties. I'm a survivor. You know, I I am a
I'm
artist.
compassionate.
I'm compassionate. I'm kind to people.
Empathetic.
Yeah. I enjoy speaking with elders. I enjoy quiet moments alone. I enjoy, anything, no matter how small. It can just be a small thing. Like I enjoy flowers, you know? That's a good thing about yourself.
It is easy for me to see the beauty everywhere in this world.
Yes. Yeah. And if you enjoy flowers, you can find beauty in the world. So there you go. Bada bing.
So do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go draw myself a little lotus flower in a bit.
I think that's great. And you know what? If you can't come up with 10, come up with 5. Just 5. 10 is too hard. Sometimes 10 is a lot in the beginning. There was a time where I don't think I could have come up with 10 things I liked about myself, physical or internal. And now,
and no using physical things, because physical beauty is fleeting.
Yes, we're focusing right now,
which are here forever.
Exactly. I always did like my eyes, but yeah, we're not focusing on the eyes.
I got real blurry when I did that. Yeah. Sorry. Apparently, my physical beauty is fleeting.
Or it's so stunning it just knocked us for 6
The camera is like, no, bitch, we're not doing this. This is not about the physical. I'm gonna blow you out until you get over your eyes. Thank you.
Everybody's ugly in the end. We're all wrinkly and saggy, and
that's not ugly though.
No, actually it's not really. Because there's beauty in aging, I think.
Look at us. We're good at seeing the beauty in so many things.
So that's a good thing about us. That's a beautiful internal thing about us, because we can see beauty in really anything. But especially
if you need help with this, ask a friend. Like, what do they like about you? That's because, like if she has like, Amy, name something you like about me. I am not going to go with a physical trait. Right. Because that's not how friendships are built. Like, Cher, we're friends because I like your hair.
Thanks.
That's it, really.
We're friends because you have big boobs.
That's why most people like me, honestly. It's the tits.
It's the tits. But no, literally, I don't think I even noticed the first time we met. I mean, well, I noticed because they're hard not to, but it was not the thing that
we don't have to talk about my boobs anymore. Like, that was not really the point.
But like your hair wasn't, things changed. Like your hair is now purple and gray, and you have different glasses. And so like, it wasn't anything about physical at all. It was about how we connected over books and woo-woo and wine, and how we chatted and got along, and had similar worldviews about a lot of things. And so if you say, what do you like about Amy? It would be like, she's funny as hell, and she's fighting for the justice of LGBTQ people really important, and things like that. So many things I could come up with. It's really easy. So yeah, ask your close friends, people who like you.
And if all they say is you have nice boobs, then you need to find different friends.
Yeah. You really do.
That's not good friends.
No, that's not good friends.
We've been friends for 15 years because your tits are the tits.
That's probably not the best. We haven't been friends for 15 years, have we? Not yet.
No, like but I wasn't talking about us. Right. Like I was talking about hypothetical people. We've been friends for a while. And all you still know about me is that I have big boobs.
Yep.
That's so weird.
You need new friends.
Okay, maybe we've gone a little far afield.
I think we did go down a twisty side. Like we went on a side quest there for a little bit.
Yeah, but it was a good side quest.
But it was a fun side quest, yeah. So right now, what we should probably do is sign off. and say thank you.
I think that's a great idea.
Thank you for, listening to our shenanigans today. And we're going to put all the links for the decks and the books and Stephanie's website and Dr. Doty's information. And we're going to obviously put the recipe and the oracle decks, oracle cards and whatnot in there as well.
Down in the show notes.
And follow us on Instagram because we'll post pictures of things there too.
Sign up for our newsletter. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Smash,
review,
share.
What do we do next?
What? We smash that like button. Woo! Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.